it's Marissa with the Umbrian Sewist. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to take you through my plans for the next few months. I have a lot of plans, and I would suspect that these are my plans more or less through the end of the year because I have a giant pile in front of me, and I'm sure other things will sneak in as well. In fact, I know there are some other things that will sneak in because I've got a few patterns that I've purchased recently, and I'm just getting those printed and waiting for them to come back. So all of these, I'm very pleased to say that despite placing an order for fabric yesterday, all of these fabrics are from my stash. And yeah, so I'm super excited to get them used. They're all fabrics that, that I love. And some of them I've been sort of trying to save for best, and which is obviously silly. The whole point of buying fabric is to use it to wear clothes, to make clothes or whatever it is that you make. And so, yeah, so I've picked out some different things to get sewn up. Now, I always forget to do this, but yeah, what I'm wearing today is the Nina Lee South Bank sweater. I'm wearing, I always make version 2, well, not always, this is version 2 with the bottom band. I just like the length. This is I don't really know what kind of fabric this is. It's like a double-sided cotton. There's definitely no spandex in it. Super cozy. We have sort of rain here today, and it's gonna get only to 20 degrees, which for us, compared to how it's been here in Italy for the last several months, is cold. So I'm wearing this. Now, I have made in the past, and this one is a 16, which like fits nice, obviously, as you can see, but I am going to make, I'll share with you, I have 3 plans to make 3 more, but I believe I'm going to size up so it's more of like a cozy sweater versus, I mean, this fits, but it's more, I don't want to say like a turtleneck, something that's a bit tight, closer fitting. So I am going to probably size up to the 18 just to get more of that sort of looser sweater look. So I might as well start with the 3 plans that I have for the Nina Lee South Bank sweater. Now I may make one or some of these in the dress, which is this one, but I'm not 100% sure. So the first fabric is this sort of French terry. It's quite a thin one. It's probably, I don't know, summer weight. You can kind of see through it a little bit, but it's super, super soft and cozy. I got this in my recent trip to the US. It was, I think, it was from Hobby Lobby for like $3 a meter, and I think I got 3 meters. So I have way more than I need, and I could definitely make something else with it as well, but I thought that that would make a super cozy Nina Lee South Bank sweater. The next one is one that I got on my visit to the US that I made in February. And it's this super cool, it's French terry as well, but the actual intention is that the looped part is worn on the outside. So you can see the inside is, no, that's not right. Is it? Oh, sorry, here, this is the inside. So it's really smooth. I have another piece of fabric that is the same. I believe the intention is that, yeah, you wear the looped part on the outside. So I'm going to make another one out of that. And it's this sort of multicolored sort of tie-dye effect. And again, I think I got this at a Ben Franklin store that was selling apparel fabric. So I got this for also extremely good price. And I do think I have more than I require for these here. And then the last one is this extremely cool, at least I think it is, slightly odd, possibly, armadillo fabric, which I bought from Katoon. I've had it in my stash for a while, sort of, again, saving it for best. And I'm definitely going to make a sweater with this, not a dress. So possibly the stars one I'll make a dress. I believe this one I'll make definitely a sweater. I suppose maybe if I have enough to make a dress, because I want to, use all of it because I won't have loads left. So whatever I have left, I won't probably have enough to make anything with. So yeah, we'll see. But that is the third one. So again, all of these are going to be Nina Lee South Bank sweaters or dresses. Okay, so the next item, I have cut some of these out. So the next item, in fact, I have cut out, and it is the Penelope Pinafore by Waves and Wild. I've made this before. I made it in a black corduroy. Really, really like it. And so this time I've cut it out in the super pretty needle cord that I bought at Hobby Lobby on my recent trip to the US. It's really, really thin. Very, very thin, but super pretty autumnal colors. And lots of options in terms of what to wear underneath. I've got a bunch of Freyas that I could wear, and actually have plans to make more with specific colors that will work well with that. So I've got that cut out. This is a really, really nice pattern, so I'd highly recommend it to anyone. It's an easy sew and really quite enjoyable, great directions as always. And the Waves and Wild pattern sizing is really good as well, going from an extra, extra small to a 5XL. And I make the size extra large. I'm going a bit quick because I have a ridiculous amount of things in front of me. So the next item are a pair of my lovely Hudson pants, of which I have many, and they're kind of like my wardrobe uniform in the autumn and winter. And this time I am going to make it in this super cool blue ponte with this sort of animal print embossed on it. And I've already cut that out. I love this, and I was sort of saving it for something. But again, not sure what that is, and I would really like to wear that. So yeah, I thought those are quite funky, quite a funky fabric. And so I'm excited to make some Hudson pants in that. This is a fantastic pattern for a jogger, more on the slim fit side, so not super like baggy or anything. But yeah, I really recommend this pattern. They do this pattern for men and children. So really good for the whole family. So the next item I'm going to make is my favorite t-shirt, which is the Jessie Tee from True Bias as well. This is a free pattern, I think, if you sign up to the newsletter. I love this pattern. I have all of my t-shirts. I'm making this one here, and I've cut out two. So the first is this sort of almost blue tie-dye that I got when I was in the US recently. And then the second is this sort of sky blue jersey, both cotton jerseys. And I probably will make more, again, because I love this t-shirt and it's super quick to sew up. Now, I have tried to pick colors and patterns and things, not patterns, but colors that work well together. So for the next two items, I've thought about what I could wear under the pinafore dress. And I've selected the Freya Sweater from the Tilly and the Button stretch book. This is a really great pattern, and I have made many, many, many of these. So this is the Freya. You can make it in a dress as well. I like this version, but you can also make it with a cowl neck. So I've got one that I'm doing a cowl neck for, I believe, if I remember, and one that I'm just doing the normal one for. I'll show you the cowl neck here. Actually, am I doing the cowl neck or the turtleneck? Because there's also a turtleneck, so I'll show that to you. I can't remember now. Or roll neck, as they say. I call it a turtleneck. So you can roll it over. Anyway, I am making two, one in this beigey sand and the other one in this sort of orangey color, which I don't believe is my color, but I thought it would look nice under the pinafore. Both of them, in fact, could work. And that was sort of my idea. Again, trying to be a bit more thoughtful about what I put together. Okay, so the next two items are the amazing free pattern, which is the Sinclair pattern for Harper Cardigan. And I am making, so I've made this version before and I love it. I was shocked how much I loved it. But I'm gonna make the classic version. I don't put the pockets in, but I'm making the classic, and I've got 2 of them cut out. The first is this super nice, I don't know what you'd call it. It's almost like there's multiple layers and they're sort of fused together, but super stretchy. I've had this in my stash for absolutely years. It's a beige color, so thought it would look nice with some of the other things I'm making. And then the other one is this really cool black sort of leopard print on a ponte. Again, very similar to the blue that I'm using for the Hudson Pants. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I've cut out the classic in both of these because it is just that little bit longer and possibly a little bit snugglier. Okay. The next, sorry, I thought someone was coming to my door. The next item, I have not made this before. Actually, I've made this version for the men for my husband, but I'm gonna make this Journey hoodie by Sinclair pattern. I'm gonna just make this sort of very classic style hoodie, which is quite cool. And I'm gonna use this blue ribbed velour fabric that I've had in my stash for a while. I'm pretty sure I got it from Dries and Stoffen, and yeah, just super lush. It's not too thick, but certainly cozy. The back is sort of a, you know, flat, shinier piece. But yeah, so I don't know if I have the zip for that. I have a million zips, so one would hope that I would have the right size zip. But yeah, that's the plan, and I'm gonna make, again, this sort of classic hoodie with that. Again, Sinclair pattern also have excellent sizing. It goes from a US 0 to a US 30. And they also do different sizes in terms of heights. So they do the regular, the petite, the regular, and the tall. I am just regular though, so it's not anything that I shall take advantage of, but the more options, the better. So that's that one. Then I've cut this one out. This is another Elliot. I'm making this version. Personally, I lower the slit because I don't like the slit coming that high. So I sort of slit it maybe right there. But I have a couple of these, really, really like them. And I'm making it in this fabric that has been in my stash since I lived in the US, which is 5 years now. It's quite thin, but it's just really pretty. It's really interesting. You can see here it's quite thin, but it's sort of tanny browny with some flecks of gray. And yeah, that's a really nice pattern. Again, comes together quickly and is really, really fun to make. I think I've made all these 2 versions here, but not the cropped. So I've made this and the longer one. So it's a nice pattern. I am making a few things for my son, but actually I'm waiting for a few patterns to arrive. But the one thing I have the pattern for and the fabric for is a pair of the Scout shorts and pants. I'm gonna make him the pants in this super nice camel fabric, canvas fabric that we got on a recent trip to the US. This is a lovely pattern by, is it Twig and Tail? Yeah, Twig and Tail. And let me show you the line drawings. Yeah, really, really nice. You can make multiple different lengths. I like the pockets, so I'll make the full length for him. They're loose, but not sort of too loose. And as well, the sizes, it goes up to an age 10. I believe I've cut out an 8 for him, but I may have to go up to a 9, depending. Probably will go to a 9. So I've got a couple years left in this. But yeah, this is super nice quality. I actually got it at Joann's. I don't necessarily rate all of their fabric, but this particular one is lovely quality. And hopefully it will be nice and hard wearing for him. So that's another plan. I still have more plans, but I guess my thought always is like the sweaters, the jersey makes are quite quick. So, and I've got a nice combination of things that I've already made with some new things. So yes, I shall carry on. So I bought this pattern when I was in the US recently. And I want to make this version, but I'm just going to use the same color fabric. Again, just a typical traditional zip sort of sweater. I do also like this version, so I don't know, maybe I will make that one. But I'm going to use this, I guess they call it like a big knit fabric. I got this from Raj's Textiles a while ago. It was like for a meter. It's 100% cotton. And I thought it would just make sort of a super cozy sweater. So that is the plan for that one. And I've got quite a bit of it. It's still available for €4 on their website. And I think they have it in white and gray as well. But yeah, I thought that would be either a nice one of these or this one here. So yes, that's the next plan. Then I am going to make another Cameron. I'm going to make the classic button up. I've made this before, really like it. I am going to lengthen it. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't come to the sort of this length on me. And I'm short. I'm only 5'5", so I'm not sure, but I would like it a little bit longer. And I'm going to use this absolutely gorgeous, I believe it's a double gauze. I got it at Pacific Fabric in the US when I was visiting. I think it is some sort of designer fabric. The quality is incredible, but it was on their reduced rack. I also have this in blue for my trip in February, but I thought this would be really nice color. I could wear it with blacks, grays, whites, and if I found, you know, some red, like a red turtleneck, I could wear under it to keep warm. But yeah, excited to use this to make another one of the Cameron button-ups by Helen's Closet. It's a really, really nice pattern, and I really enjoyed making it. The directions were fantastic. And so that is going to be that. I am then going to make another one of these, which is the Freaka by Fiber Mood. I made this in a similar fabric to what I planned to make it in this time. I did add cuffs because I don't like that. It doesn't, I don't know, with that on it being exposed, like it's not very cozy. So I did add cuffs on my last one and I really love it. I wore it already this fall, and I'm going to make it in this extremely childlike fabric that I absolutely love. And this is another one where the loop is on the outside and the inside is smooth. It's a bit loud, but I just love all the colors and I think it's quite fun. And so that is the plan for this one. If I could buy more of this, I would. And I'd make something for all of the young girls that I know because I think they'd love it. So that is the plan. I'm going to make another Freaka by Fiber Mood. This is a really nice pattern, super cozy. But again, for me, if it didn't have the cuffs that I added, it wouldn't be as cozy. Thank you for hanging in there. I have 3 more items, okay? The next 2 items I'm going to make with the same fabric. This is a lovely navy blue wool boucle. It's quite a thin one, which is nice, I think. It's not like super, super heavy or thick. And I'm going to make 2 patterns with this. One of the patterns I've made before, it was a gift for a friend that I made. And this is the Tessuti Fabrics Amara vest. And the cool thing about this vest is that there's a few variations. But as you know, with boucle, it doesn't fray. So you have the option of leaving it completely unhemmed or by binding it. Now I made it for my friend in this version without hemming hemming or binding, and I plan to do that for myself too. And as a result, it's an incredibly fast make. It comes in sort of sizes 1 to 4, so quite interesting in that sense that like it's not like, because it's supposed to be oversized, you know, it doesn't have a huge size option. Now, I believe when I got this, made this for my friend. Yeah, so here are the sizes. So, it's all in centimeters. So basically size 1 is a bust of 81 to 91, size 2, 91 to 101, size 3, 101 to 111, size 4, 111 to 121. Now, I'm pretty sure I made my friend a size 1, which totally fit me, but I would make myself a size 2, I believe. So I will look at that a bit more, just because you want it to be sort of oversized, as you can see, but too oversized, sort of unattractive. But the nice thing about this fabric is it is wool boucle, obviously, so it's not like thin, but it actually still has a really nice drape. I have a lot of it. I'm not sure, I can't remember where I got it, but you can kind of see it has a nice drape, so I think it'll be perfect for that. So that should be a pretty quick and easy make, and I do want to get that made up because I think it'd be a really nice layering piece. I don't know how much of I have of this, but it's absolutely a ton. So that's the first one. And then the second one is a pattern that I've had but I have not made. And I want to make the Pona jacket, again, out of this wool boucle. Another Helen's Closet pattern with different options in terms of length. I think I would definitely make the longer one. And I'd put the pockets on, but I wouldn't hem them at all because, again, wool boucle, you don't need to. And yeah, I think that'd be quite interesting. So I'm looking forward to also making that in the longer version. Again, nice transitional, possibly jacket to wear out. Really here, we don't wear like winter coats until January. And even when we do, it possibly just for the month or the end of December, January. So, because February we start getting really nice weather. So, so the sort of more transitional jackets and things are better. The last item I am going to make is the Wild Wood by Helen's Closet. I purchased what I think is absolutely lovely quilted fabric from Joann's. Was it this time or the last time? Can't remember. It's quilted in the sense that you've got it finished on the front and the back. So that saves me a huge job in terms of this pattern. But I plan to make the jacket in this sort of version here. Here, let's look at the different line drawings here. Well, actually, those are the line drawings, aren't they? So, yeah, I'm not making the vest. I'm going to make the jacket. Yeah, so here you've got some different variations here. You've got what they call the high hip, low hip, mid thigh. I'm probably going to go the low hip, but we'll see. I'm not sure how much fabric I'll have and how that will work, but that is the plan. I need to probably buy double fold bias tape and things like that. So I haven't looked into it totally yet, but I also want to get that made up. So, and I'm sure I will want to make other things because I've just placed a lovely order for fabric. And I think I purchased 38 meters of fabric because, you know, obviously I'm running out. That's a joke. Anyway, so I'm sure I'll add some other things in there, but these are my plans. I'm really excited about them, and I'm going to hopefully get cracking with those basically starting now because I don't have any other projects sort of on the go. So I have been cutting loads of them out. I'm probably going to sort of pick all the ones that need white overlock or thread, get started with those because that's what I have on my machine. It's good a reason of any. And yeah, probably churn out quite a few of those jersey makes and then intersperse with some of the more, not difficult, more time consuming and new patterns to me. Anyway, slightly longer video today. I'd love to hear what your plans are for this autumn. Any advice or ideas that you may have about what I'm making. That would also be super helpful. But I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye.